That ain't never good.
What happened?
No, I freaking.
Rolling.
Okay, guys. Hey, welcome back to Schofield Welding. On this episode, we are going to be practicing some sanitary tube. Now, this is 2-inch tube, which I think is a .065 wall thickness. If you guys have never welded a sanitary tube, there's no filler involved in it. There's nothing. It's a purge, and then you just run around it, and it actually will put a bead on the inside of it. Now, we're going to use the Miller 161 today. We're going to put it on about 70 amps. This is set up for a practice, so no duct tape. You would never use duct tape on sanitary tube. Is all I had right now. But really, I'm just practicing, trying to make sure that we can still do it because we have jobs coming up that require a lot of sanitary. And if I have guys that are working with me that are struggling on it, I got to be able to help them get through it and make sure that their stuff is quality. So, anyways, guys, we're going to be using these are Tycon. These are Tycon sanitary tube plugs. I got one in the back right here. It's actually an inch and no, it's a 2.5 incher, so I had to duct tape it on there. I don't know what happened to my 2-incher. These things are freaking expensive too. So, but they are worth it. You just plug the ends. It's got a diffuser already in it, and then you can just start running purge through it. But I'm set on about 6 CFM, I believe. And I can just feel, right here, so I popped the top of this tape off so that the purge will feel the bottom and then start pushing itself out the top. Once you feel that it's cold, so you can just lick your finger and then run it across it, and it should be cold. That means you got argon coming out of it. So this whole piece of tube is set up, ready to go. Okay, so when I set this up, guys, this is, like I said, this is all practice. I used a chop saw and I cut it and I marked it so that I could rotate these things. When you set up sanitary, there can be no gap. If you have a gap, you'll just make a mess of the whole thing. So, like I said, practice. But if you're on another job, if you're actually on a job where you need to actually do sanitary, you have to have either a saw, a specialized saw that will cut it, cuts it perfectly straight, or we use these, this is Tech South Inc. These are saw guides. Now, these things are not cheap. I think this whole setup costs about $1,200. But, here, I'll just pull these out. They got all sorts of different sizes. But this is our 2-inch. And basically what you'll do is they're designed for a Sawzall or a Portaband. And you will set these up and it will give you a perfectly straight cut. So these things are, you will have to have these if you don't have the saw and you're on an actual job. So.
Looks like handcuffs on steroids.
Yeah, pretty much. There will be no getting through that. So, that way people are like, ooh, that's not real sanitary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them haters.
I know, but. Okay, so it has been a minute since I've ran some sanitary tubes. So, first one's going to be a practice go around. and then we'll start getting into the swing of it and start welding these things out like they're supposed to be. Sometimes I don't really remember 100% how to do certain things, but hey, that's why we're practicing. So guys, on this thing, really tight weaves all the way around. I'm actually going to tack this right here, and I'll weld this side first, just that way it don't. If there is any gap, it don't open up. And then really sit on your tacks. All right, guys, let's do this. Let's see if I remember how to do this. And it's a real pain in the butt with this big old freaking winger out here, but the boys have all my TIG welding stuff, so we're doing what we got, all right? Ready?
Yep.
Okay, sit here for a second. There we go. That ain't never good.
What happened?
No, I freaking stuck. So guys, and then just with this stuff, you just be patient with it. You. Man, we got going off all over the place here.
Quite the eventful day.
That ain't good. Let me brush it off and shine it up a little.
There you go, guys. Professional welding right there.
Pretty good first practice one. So you have to have a back purge on stainless. Unless you're using what they call like a mud wire, you will never use a mud wire on this, right? Just because it just won't work. You just can't use mud wire. This is a sanitary weld, so you're just gonna fuse it together. But on stainless, you have to have a back purge. So we use 100% argon through the pipe, and then 100% argon in our TIG rigs. And it creates an atmosphere to where it doesn't oxidize the weld. So you can see that this weld is just a little bit on the black side. Probably sat on it too long, cooked it just a little bit, but that was practice number one, all right? Easy, I'll tighten up a little bit on the next one. But, yeah, basically the purge is there so it doesn't oxidize. And what it does, when it does oxidize, is it looks like rock candy on the inside. And it will actually it'll crystallize on the inside all the way around, which is a ruined weld on stainless. You ruined it, so anyways.
Busted.
Busted, you done, son. You're done.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Jake checking his OnlyFans.
So, no, I wanted to make sure I got Matt's freaking Instagram right. Dude, Matt Arnold out of Texas, super flipping good at the sanitary tube and things like that. He actually helped me quite a bit when I was trying to figure out how to do it. Warrior_welding Tex, so TX. And dude's good. So TIG is his game. I remember we were in Fab Tech and I was still just a downhill pipeline welder, right? And we set up on a TIG machine. Dude, I got it freaking handed to me. That dude was on the other side and he freaking whooped my ass. But anyways, so I would look him up if you guys ever have any questions. He's freaking awesome. Good dude to be around. He teaches too. And so he'd be a good one too if you have questions on sanitary to go ask him. But anyways, it fused in there really good. We'll do this one and then I'll set them up in the saw and we'll cut them and take a look at the inside of them.
Woohoo. All right.
So we ain't heard nothing?
Just waiting.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
just cut this in half, you know, so you're good.
Oh, I got you, dude. Even better than a flashlight. You ready for this?
Yeah, man.
Crank it up to 100 for you.
Let me turn. So see that chunk right there?
Yep.
That's no good, but the rest of it looks good. So.
Yep, you got him. We can see down the pipes now.
Can you? Yep. So guys, you can see down at the bottom where there's that little hanger down there. Probably didn't get a burr out of the inside of it. Which, like I said, this is all we're just playing right now, but didn't get the burr out of the inside, so it kind of fused that and made a lump. That would be a rejected weld right there. This one down on this side, on our tie-in down at the bottom, it didn't fuse for about 1/8 of an inch. And so that would be a rejected weld too. So, a lot of stuff, a lot of practice, but we got the main idea of it. 70 amps, about 6 to 8 CFM as far as cubic feet per minute of argon going through the inside. Which you guys can get meters and stuff for this stuff too, which is always a good idea. You should probably have a meter for it. And it'll tell you if your purge is good. But yeah, for what it is, not too bad.